Hello. Hi, I'm Brenda Power, Medicine Woman, and I am going to be bringing through information from the other side, from spirit, from the bandwidth of Creator that all that is, information that helps us evolve our soul, that helps us as being a human, become a spiritual human. What does that mean? It means you can done being just ego and you can tap into joy instead of suffering. Did you know that suffering is an option? Well, it is. And I'm here to help you understand that you can balance out through energy medicine, and resolving tools. All of these things you can use to be able to balance the mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual bodies. It's good to see all you here. I've been waiting all morning to get the computer to work on my laptop, but I'm still upgrading, apparently. I cannot wait anymore. So, you wonderful people, this is what I want you to eventually achieve. This is the stuff that I want you to be aware that I'm going through it first. Good job, Betty. Yep, here I am. And so as I experience with spirit, then I live it, breathe it, walk it, talk it, dream it, and therefore I know I can pass it on to you because I've been there, done that. And I have some sense of understanding it to some degree. So I knew that we had to go to Fiji. Not sure why. And then I get there and I find out I'm supposed to just meet this one person that does the homestay, help him out, some soul from, way over, I can't remember where it went, Fiji. And so come back and I thought, okay, what else? But the universe had already rearranged, was already and still rearranging my order. I had said to Spirit, I would like to have a more balanced, healthy lifestyle. And so would my husband. So the universe has agreed. Got it. Good. And so you follow signs. Now you have to understand that if you're not really connecting to spirit, you're going or understand the voice that you hear in your head, because you have a sarcastic voice and you think it could be something evil. A lot of times it's just your own sarcastic nature about how you think somebody's going to respond to you or how somebody's going to control you. And these are program voices, programs. So when you begin to resolve all of these things, you get to a stage where you, how do you want to put it? That when the suggestions come through, what is really that? Where is it coming from? Well, in the quantum field of all that there, and all of a sudden they just switch me. They just switch me. So give me a second. They just, and I can feel when the frequencies change. So I had a thought and now it's shifting. So now I have to wait just for a second because anyways, in the quantum field where all things matter, see, they reconnect that frequency, but it's on a different higher note, octave, I should say. So the particles, the things that we chose, the things that we believe, we gave our willpower to, and the limited decisions, those are not set in stone, even though they may feel like they are. You begin to change that relationship back and forth, back and forth. You change that relationship. And how do you do that? By resolving to evolve. Heal instead of deal. You use healing tools to change your world. Not one tool, but you have a bunch of tools that are going to help you to get to the stage of where you need to be. In the universe, as long as you are asking and you are willing to receive. Now, I've seen people ask and beg, and as they receive the answers, if it's still not setting with them, they're going to have their excuses and reasons and stay in their patterns. Watch a show on Netflix that's something about diagnose. And so people are going out of their way of helping these people, and to some degree, they don't want to do it because it's how they define the moment. It's how it could change who they are, or how, and there's hidden serving. It's not that it's, most of the people are like, oh my God, they're saying I'm crazy. I can't let anybody ever think that I'm crazy. And it's about that thought pattern. Okay. First of all, we don't, when you start to wake up spiritually, you don't give a crap what other people think of you, because you're not living your life for them. Their opinion of you doesn't really matter, because you're not going to sit there and you be the sun and you evolve around what they say. If you do, you really have got to learn to disconnect from that and connect up through the heart and through your higher self. I don't care how great of a person you are. If you're going to live in ego, you're going to have pains and suffering, because you're not listening to the messages that your soul has been sending you. So when you begin to, okay, I'm going to start living by spirit. This is what I'm going to do. And you put an order in that you want to be happy, or you want to change something. And as it starts to approach, you're looking at how it's coming in and going, oh, hell no. Based on what? Comparing it to, this is how I used to do it. Now, how's that working for you? Pretty not, I would say not good at all. That's why you ask the universe. But you have to wake up to go, oh, hell, I asked. That goes back to the story of when I asked for a friend. I did the golden lasso healing. I need friends. Wondering why this freaking woman keeps calling me. I'm like, what the hell she want? Listen to your attitude. Listen to your patterns. Listen to that personality. Spirit says, would you stop praying for a friend? Because every time we send you the person we know that's going to help you to the next stage of where you need to be, you keep saying, well, what the hell does she want? Wake up to what you just thought. And I'm like, oh, good point. Gotcha. And so then it's like I had to nervously go into the unknown. And I says, why the hell do I have this program of the unknown, of being so nervous? And so the biggest thing that you can ever be for yourself is brave. Because you're stepping with your vulnerability into the ring of life, and you're going to give it a go. Now, if it knocks you down, so what? We have to get rid of those paradigms that says, oh, you're supposed to know it first. Bullshit. Now, I call BS because that's your belief system. It's a BS on the belief system. It's bullshit. So as I understand that I need to do a belief under transition, I have to be willing to look at how I defined fear. And is it really mine? Did I borrow it? Is it true? How's that working for me? And as I was driving the other day, I'm like, oh God, if anything, I would have been a race car driver. Just the confidence that I've got this, the speed, the dexterity, the confidence, I got this. And then I go, oh my God, I can't even go to the plaza, or what we call the mall, and find a parking spot. That drives me crazy. And I'm thinking, why do I believe I don't got that? And it is following paradigms. It's following other people's patterns. So whoever you're hanging with, if they're having an issue, the next thing you know, you go all the way down to your chakras and you look in your files and you're like, oh yeah, I got an experience like that too. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah. And then you talk about it, and then, ooh, you like that jive that you got going on. And the next thing you know, you start to become what you're hanging with. But is that always good if your environment is about being negative, or you have to poo-poo on everybody's idea, or you have to find and be the devil's advocate, or you've got to blah, 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 blah. You can't have a positive life if you're living a negative experience. And that is including what you want familiar. What is, oh, I'm going to bond with. Oh, am I going to find a trauma buddy? Don't get me wrong. I am so thankful that I have met up with people that are like-minded in the pain world, so that I could not feel a freaking alone. And then Spirit says, okay, now that you've got this feeling that you're okay, now let's resolve it. And it can bring you back from the depths of hell. Songs, sad movies, get a good cry, a good friend that has the same freaking issue. But then, do you stop evolving? I got a divorce because I was told that I'm not supposed to evolve. That's stupid. You need to do what he wants. And I'm like, hey, excuse me? No, I'm not going back there. And if I hold them back, that's wrong of me too. But again, if you go back further, you get to see your perspectives that that you're holding yourself back. So getting back to the point of when I'm thinking to myself, I can't even park in the damn parking lot at the plaza. It's like, what? Where'd that even come from? Because I know I'm pretty damn good at green lights, parking spots. Oh, it's just because of people's energies? No, I got this. And so as I started to really think about that, I had to still go back to the plaza. Why? Because I bought a bra and the stupid people did not take off. Now I know I'm complaining. The security tag. Now it's funny, as I've carried that bag through the doors of that store, went to several other stores, not an issue. So now I'm returning it, and as soon as I walk through the front door, beep, 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 beep. It wasn't even the store I bought it at. Go out that door, beep, 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 beep. Go to another store, beep, beep, beep. Okay, I'll just go right straight to. And so then we go through their doors, it didn't beep. Oh, that's pretty interesting. So anyways, I was thinking about how I got this. It wasn't thinking, oh, confidence. I'm going to sit in my head without my heart, and I'm going to talk myself and give myself a pep talk that I've got this. I can be around people. I don't have to absorb them, and I can do all that energy work and blah, 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 blah. No. I got this. I was thinking about how I have been a race car, or I can get in a car and I can do things. And when I'm under complete stress, people, you want me there to some degree because I get very terse. I cut everything out and I go right for what needs to be done. Boom, 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 boom. And there it's done. I've got this. And as I started to think, how in the hell do I got this? And I noticed that my heart and my mind was in sync. Everything was harmonized, in sync. I was amazed. And so then I went forward to allow myself sorry, I'm getting distracted. I allow myself to go into the next phase. And as I allowed myself to do that, I realized I wasn't affected by anybody. And I thought, well, that's amazing. I starting to get together. And then as I started to travel and I come back from Fiji, and all of a sudden the universe says you're going to do this, 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 and this. Okay, I didn't ask why. I didn't do my excuses and reasons. I just did it. And boom, the universe is fulfilling my order. Here, this is, oh, and I realized, oh, this all goes, oh, what I'm seeing. And I didn't question it. I didn't bark. I didn't bite. I just thought, I'm out of ego. I'm going to harmonize this. I'm going to go with the flow of it. I come to, you know what? I'm going to need some people to put stuff into different groups. I'm going to have to see if Amy, you're with me most of the time. I'm going to have to see if we can set up by putting them in different places, because I was watching people that have their numbers up to 70 to 100 people, and it's just because they went and then the comments and all of this, and I give a hell of a lot of information, and where some people hardly give shit, and yet they got hundreds and hundreds of followers. And that's because I'm contracting my right side. Anyways, we'll talk about that some other time. But so I'm doing what Spirit says, and I'm trusting. And now all of a sudden my husband comes home Friday. Hey, honey, guess what's going to happen on Monday? I said, what? I'm going to start to 9 to 5. What? Oh, that's another thing I asked Spirit, was that changed my lifestyle. Well, that goes with that. And Spirit says, oh, well, now that he's going to do the 9 to 5, that means you actually could do your show earlier. Because I'm not supposed to do the show at night anymore. And I'm okay with it because we go to bed early now. Not because we're forced to, it's because we're choosing this. This is the strange part. But we're choosing this. And we like it because we got this. We don't have to fight the system anymore. So I believe I'd like to do the show about maybe 9 or 10 o'clock, maybe probably 10, give myself some time. But this way I've got more time with my clients, or I can go in between the clients. I can do more. So what I Spirit has there's other things I want me to say. I see a whole conversations going on. I'm so proud of you, Betty. I really am. That's awesome. And it's so good to see all of you and all of you that are new. Now, here's the thing. We're going to try something different. Why? Because Spirit said, do it. So, as you can see, we're going to do paid readings as usual. You can have $11 for 11 minutes or $7 for 6 minutes. But for the paid readings, or the 1 minute free readings, because I can't quite see and to keep up with it, and it's like, okay, how can I really honor those that come into the room? What can make me different than other people? Now, I know people are so used to getting on and constantly asking. And I don't have to, I want you, if you're new, what I want you to do is that if you look up above, you'll see where it says Medicine Woman, the number 4, the letter U.com, or at dr.com, sorry. That's an email. So what you're going to do is you're going to email me your question, or, so that I want to see how this works. Because if you email me your question, then I can make sure that I honor it. Now, you can only ask one question, and you get 1 minute free. But I'd still like you to all to talk over here, hashtag and all, Medicine Woman Brenda, B for me. Yeah, that's how it goes. I mean, I'd still like all that. So we're trying we're learning the ropes, and these are the steps, and it's like when I have to redecorate my house because it's not spending money, it's just rearranging furniture, and man, the energy changes. So what does this all get? Oh, thank you, Aim. I watched somebody that spent 20 minutes just taking and not really saying much, but sharing it to all of her sites, and then that number just kept jumping, and people are hanging on. And I know when I give my readings, I hope that I'm giving you the meat and potatoes. I'm giving you something so that you can work on and heal and move forward. Some type of answer, something that you can hold on to that hope and say, you know what, I can do this. And the messages are about changing who, you want to grow. If you're stuck and you're sick of where you're at, then let's heal it and let's grow. If you're not sure how to do that, then that's why we talk, and that's why I want to create these classes, and they're coming quickly. I gotta be patient and all of that good stuff. Oh, thank you. Now, see, Kathy Flanagan says, I get enough just out of your discussion. See, that makes me happy. Oh, that's wonderful, Diana. Tell her thank you. Somebody said I'm beautiful. So yes, and I'm a thank you. Oh, I saw the word beautiful several times there. How wonderful. So, when I give to you, how I would like you to give back to me is that you can do this. You can talk, hashtag, hit like the love button. You can take this video and put it on sites that are like-minded or light workers or readers or wherever these sites are, as well as onto your page, because Spirit wants to keep giving, and I do too. It's just that I'm not seeing the progress. And I said, Spirit, is that me being ego? And they go, no, you got to keep doing something. And I'm like, well, I'm missing something. I don't know what it is I'm missing, because I must not be good enough then. And Spirit says, no, stop. That's ego. And I'm like, but what is it you want me to do, and why is it? Is there something in the energy field? Am I not saying something correctly? So, and then I know I don't jive with everybody because not everybody is on this wavelength. But I'm like, I don't get it. So, That is where I'm at. Now, let me talk to you about physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual bodies. Your etheric body holds your blueprint of how your physical body is. And your inner world creates your outer world. Now, y'all know that. So I'm like laying in the middle of the bed, trying to sleep, and I'm having pain. Now, if you understand how the gallbladder works, it comes down, it goes up, forward, back, all over in the head, through the spine, going down on this, and then it runs down the side of the legs off the second toe. And I'm like, oh my God. And Spirit says it's the gallbladder meridian. Now, I have no gallbladder, but the meridians still exist. And the gallbladder energy still works with all the energies of the organs, but in different sequence. I'm like, oh my God, I'm in extreme, excruciating pain. I keep rolling over. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so tired. What the hell? Okay. So I realize I need to, and this is where I'm going to teach you how to do source point healing. But I'm not awake enough. I'm not together enough to do it. And then Spirit says, that's okay, that's fine. We're going to do something different. And I'm like, so the live it, breathe it, walk it, talk it, and dream it is true. So heavy in the last few days of doing healing in the middle of the night. I said, okay, what do you want me to do? Well, I want you to think back. And I'm like, oh. But my brainwave is at a very perfect, it's not high beta, it's not conscious, it's just enough so I can really hear Spirit very well. And I'm like, okay. Spirit says, what happened at age 23? And then I remember putting my hand up going, okay, I was born in 67, and then it goes 77. Oh, shit. That's the year my mother was diagnosed with cancer. And then as soon as I thought that, I could feel my physical, just the physical, respond. Not the emotion, not the pictures. And then I'm like, oh, and then I felt everything in my body hurt. And I'm like, oh my God. And so I'm looking, am I emotionally upset? No. Because I had worked on it. Am I mentally upset? No. I don't really see all the pictures, but I could reenact it if I choose. And holy crap, oh yeah, I got 34. And this is what happened. I heard Spirit, I want you to tell me what month it is. I said, it's September. When did your mom die? September. When did your dad die? September. When did your mother get diagnosed? I says, I think it was September. And they go, okay, good. So you understand timeline. Yeah. And so then my body is responding to all of the life I've lived before. Even though the emotion is good, the mental is good, my physical body said, but I still have a problem. And so I said, okay. And then they said, noticing how the heart meridian was holding the shock and the high beta thinking of, oh my God, my mom is going to die. Oh my God, how am I going to live without her? Okay. And then Spirit says, now, and I'm drifting, and Spirit says, remember when all of a sudden after you heard the diagnosis, you were having crying attacks? It just out of the blue, you would wake up in the middle of the night and just bawl your ass off and then calm down and go back to sleep. And then you'd wake up, start screaming again. And then it would happen during the day. I'd be talking to you like this. And next thing you know, I'm like, I just can't stop it. And I go, oh my God, that just went on for like months. I could not stop it. This is pre-tools. Spirit says, good, that's what you're healing. It's in your nervous system. Your brain is telling your nervous system. And even though you don't wake up with those crying attacks anymore, your body is doing it in a different way. You could hear crickets. I'm like, I woke up. I'm like, oh my God, that's freaking deep. I said, do we have a tool? Yes. hold your points. Ah, so I did, and they showed me how to do it in a different way. Now, here's an interesting thing about Amy Jensen, or Schmalz. So as I did this for myself, okay, and then as I'm hearing, hey, you know, your resting heart rate is 66, and I said yes. Well, wouldn't it be cool if you healed that out of your nervous system and your resting heart was 64? I said, oh yeah, that'd be good. So I looked, nope, 66. Okay, didn't work. So a couple hours later, I'm up and I'm getting everything ready like I always do. And Spirit says, look at your watch, look at your watch. I looked at my watch and it was 64. Resting heart rate 64. Oh my God, my heart did it. Oh, we're at 50. Okay, people that are all on here right now, you get your free reads. If you allow yourself to email me, you get 1 minute free read. 1 minute. You can get a lot of good information with 1 minute free read. You email me, and that way I don't miss people. And then if you want a paid reading, it's all the information's up there. So anyways, oh my God, I healed that. I was so excited. Now, Amy Schmalz had a really bad experience. Now, I wasn't supposed to work with her in video because we were doing a video series, but we're also doing a different form of series so we can have different testing and stuff. So then what happened was that she had a bad experience, and she was clogged up, crying, everything. And so then I says, all right, I hold these points and think this. Hold these points, think this. And she's getting it down, she's getting it down, she's getting it down. And she, oh, okay, she thought she got it down. She goes, oh my God, she wakes up. And this was a day or two ago, I think, Amy. And she says, oh my gosh, my back is so tight, it hurts. I don't, what is going on? I just went to the chiropractor, all of this. I said, okay, stop. I said, do you think that what you worked on is gone? Yes. I said, okay, I see that it's still in the etheric field, but it's the spiritual body. I want you to do this and think this, and which was, think of the incident, but feel it in the body. And she says, oh my gosh, she remembers when the incident occurred, she had stepped backwards, jerked backwards. And then, you know, I didn't hear from her, and then she's, oh, I feel better. And then, or something like that. I gave her another point to rub because she says I can feel the pain just from because it's sore. And then she wrote back and then says, no, that's gone too. Yoo-hoo. So, you know, Amy got to experience what I got to experience just the other day. Well, the one thing about it, Kathy, is that you can rewatch it and replay. Now, what's important to understand, oh, look at my laptop finally finished. I almost didn't do a show today waiting for that thing, is that you can choose to heal in many different levels. I just looked down to Sarah Bailey's question. She's laughing. Just, how do I get my new kitty to use the tray? Well, you know, a lot of it has to do with, I don't know. I would assume that you have to be consistent and you have to just keep training. Not getting anything at this point. How do you email me? Right up above, it says medicinewoman, the number 4, the letter U, @dr.com. Now, I hope that hey, we got our first 1 minute read. That's good. Again, it's important if you want one. It makes it easier. Ooh, I thought I shut that notification off, but I guess it doesn't. Hopefully it's not too loud for you guys. And I hope you guys hear me okay, because guess what? I forgot I turned down the microphone. Can you all hear all right? Because nobody seemed to complain. Yes, having kitties and birdies are like newborn babies. Oh, I gotta share with you guys real quick before I go into the readings and stuff. So we got a baby larakeet. He's 10 weeks old now. And he, you know, a larakeet's those rainbow colored, and he's so adorable. His name's Little Joey Possum. Now, why do we call him Possum? Because he plays dead. I swear to God. Is he breathing? Is he moving? If he didn't blink, I would never know. So anyways, he's got a little bum foot, so he doesn't really stand on your finger. And so I was trying to kill, come on, you know. And I like trying to potty train a bird, let me tell you, because larakeets are just liquid. Jesus. Okay, totally different. But anyway, he's on my little finger, and he's like looking at me, trying to hold up, and then he's leaning, and then all of a sudden, he'll see your chest, and then all of a sudden he'll just go, boom, and oh my God, it's like, oh, you got to catch it because it just drops. And then he just lays there. And he'll lay there for hours and not move. And you're like, are you still alive? So anyway, and Charlie, our sulfur crest is digging a hole for mommy. Yep, that's right. In our big cage, he looks at me and he does 4-year-old little, you know, what can I do to mommy? So what does he do? Because you open the gate, he's dug a hole. So when mommy takes a step in, mommy goes, boink. And Charlie looks and goes, ah. I swear to God, he's going to laugh one day. And so then Charlie digs a hole. And as soon as mom's looking, I got to be a good little birdie. And I'm like, oh, Charlie. But he's hilarious. Now, bpower.mw at dr.com. That's if you want to pay on PayPal. Up above, again, I'm hoping you all can see that up above, because it says the instructions, and one of them says email your question to medicinewoman, the number 4, the letter u.com, or at dr.com, just to let you know. Thank you, Danny. Yeah. So the thing is that 1 minute free read. Now, why is because I've noticed that when I'm giving out free readings and people leave, I'm wasting my time. Or I have to go, you know. So if you decide you have to leave, but you asked me, that's fine. You can come back. You know that you got one. Okay, and that's how we're going to try to figure it out, because I really, really want to honor you guys. So let's see how many we have as far as, there's Pilly. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 of them. That's good. So what we'll do is we will go, and Danny says, Danielle, or Danny, says, lately I've been feeling stuck, spun around, and spirit just said, go, but I have no path to go down. Oh, this is a good one. Can you see if spirit has any more information for me? Before I go any further, I know there's several people out there that have this information that's not just about being stuck, but who am I and where am I going? Okay. That's a good point, Anne. I'll do that. Medicine woman, the number 4, the letter U at dr.com. Ask your question. 1 minute free read. I hope I did that right. No, Danny, did you? That's funny. And the other one's PayPal. You guys are good. Oh, I can't pin them both. Well, that sucks. Okay, it doesn't matter. Now, Danny, as far as being stuck, before I hit 1 minute, is to give you your free read for that's personally for you. There is, if you're stuck, it can be a symptom. Okay, symptom. So that's important to understand. Stuck can be a feeling. a symptom that needs to be addressed because this is how your reaction and that's how you coped with what was going on. That's how the end result was when you came on. Number 2, if you started removing that, but yet you don't understand how to find yourself, understand you're not listening to your heart. We always choose with our heart. Like, let's say we're buying something, you know, we usually buy with our heart, which is what we want, okay? The color or food or whatever it is, we actually work through our heart. And most of the time we don't, because we don't get the mind and the heart together. We separate these two and we end up being in a situation of I have to think about my environment, I have to think about people, and then what happens is programs are run. The program that you have to be perfect, the program that you have to do what others think, or program is the next logical step. For instance, if I known that I had a choice with not to have kids, I probably would have said no. Why? Because I don't like pain. 2, I probably didn't think I had enough energy to raise kids because I had already basically took care of people that are sick all the time and I didn't have time for me. Now, I'm grateful I've got 2 babies, well, 2 adults now, but if I had that choice, I would have said no. So you got to understand, are your programs running you? Okay. And if you feel like you don't fit in or you feel like you can't find your path, again, that's a symptom. You heal the symptoms, tap it out, do what you need to do. And then you need to discover who you are, not just through your heart, but you've got to go, who am I? Where do I need to find like-minded people so I can discover more of who I am? Okay? Because we don't realize that our environment keeps us dictated to stay the same. Now, personally, Danny, we're going to do this. What's causing that stuck? Because we can ask the soul, why is it stuck for her? She's used to the program of being irrelevant, making herself irrelevant, because it's the right thing to do, put other people first. Look at that tradition and that paradigm, and you got to stop putting energy into that, because then you're going to keep making yourself not to exist. The other part is that not being able to use your power, and then see, and you can stand up and you can fight, you can do this, but if you have something that has got your power, then you're always going to feel like you stalled. You can't get forward. So you need closure. So where do you need closure in your life? And that is to being insecure. They're saying at 6 years old, you were very insecure about doing something, and you may take an important look at the year. Where were you living? Location will help you have a good memory, whether you're in the house, did you have a family, did you go to school, and you begin to do those things, okay? Once you find out that you have insecurity and in being invalidated, because that's the right thing to do, those you create closure on. You're going to get some of that energy back. That's going to help you create further, because then your mind ain't occupied over here. Your heart's not gotten filters to be over there, okay? Yeah, so there might be a little bit more information that might have to go deeper on that. Okay, so the next person on the list would be Lori Grassa, Grassa. What is it that I need to do or know in order to get out of this funk I'm in? Good point. Okay. Now, personally, we're going to ask the spirit, why is the soul producing this to be in a funk? She's in a holding pattern. She's used to having to wait for others. No, she's used to having to wait. Is it part of the process that I have to wait because I believe it won't come to me quickly? Yes, so there's a belief somewhere in there. And it looks like it is genetic. That means, how did the family think about, is it going to take more time to do? For me, I'm a person that gets it done like this. Other people think it takes 6 months to a year before you get things done. I'm like, oh my God, no. Okay, but you have to honor that belief, but you can also tap that out and stop it. And the funk that you're in is that every time you exerted your power when you thought you wanted to do something, you were held back. So you go back, there's a 3-year-old self that said, I believe it's kind of wrong. I could get hurt. Like, let's say you're supposed to look left and right before you go into traffic. It can be simple as that can stop you, because you're afraid that you're going to get hurt if you move forward in that energy of excitement. because a child sometimes gets very excited, starts to do things, but if you're been told that in a negative way, don't do that, and a lot of people, I will tell this for everybody, a lot of people that it may not happen to them. It could be something they witnessed, but they if it is from a loved one, they're going to think that loved one, since they see that loved one do it to another loved one, or see this loved one do it to a stranger, you see this loved one behave in a certain way that you've never seen before, which shocks you and scares you. You're going to draw into you this particular, oh my God, I don't want that to happen to me, and I didn't know they could do that, and because they could do that, oh my God, I'm scared. And so what does that mean? That means you're going to put in some self-imposed limitations that are going to cause you to maybe not like yourself, maybe do self-abuse, and what does it mean? So you got to define that, and then you get to heal it out. Okay. Oh, Spirit just switched for just a second. I'm not sure why. Oh, I know. So I'm supposed to go live. I don't know why on YouTube, because the darn thing didn't work. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so please give me your feedback about what you, that help that Danny did, and give me your feedback.